Grief is a very interesting thing to go through, and I really wanted to make a video because I think this talking thing is for me, like speaking on my traumas, my past lessons. I think it really helps me and it helps others. So I wanted to talk about grief today. Grief is a very interesting thing to go through, and I just made it to a year of losing my mother very abruptly. And losing someone abruptly where you're questioning why and how did this happen, what happened, why. When you're asking a lot of whys and hows, the complexity of grief becomes it becomes a lot more difficult than it is when it's like someone that you knew was sick, someone that you knew, like you kind of saw, you knew it was coming. Because I lost my grandfather, I lost a grandmother on two different sides, but I lost a grandmother, I lost a grandfather. They were both on hospice, they were both older, they were both sick. So I knew that they were going to go. You feel me? So I was sad, but I wasn't questioning anything because I knew that they lived a long life. You know, they had children, they had grandchildren, they saw a lot, they witnessed a lot, they experienced a lot, they lived a good life. Now with my mother, I was questioning a lot because my mother, she wasn't very old. She wasn't ill to where she was on hospice. It happened very, very abruptly, and I questioned a lot. And that's when it becomes more of a complex situation. That's when it becomes tougher because that's the hardest part that you're going to have to get through on your journey of grief is what happened, why, how. That's the question that you're going to constantly ask yourself, and that was the hardest part throughout this past year. Now, the first year is the hardest for anybody that has went through grief. They have said that. If you look it up online, grief, everyone's going to say the first year is the hardest, and that's absolutely true because you have to get past the holidays, you have to get past birthdays, you have to get past moments. Like, you have to wake up every day for a year and realize that this person is not here anymore. You're still questioning things. You know, the first year is definitely the hardest. Now, with me, I had to lose my mom a few days before my birthday. So you can only imagine how that was for me. You know, a few days after this, I have to try to celebrate my birthday, and it wasn't the best. Even though people tried to make it wonderful for me, it was just still like, why is this my week? Why is this happening? Why is my mother not here? You know, why do I have to celebrate my birthday now? Why does my birthday have to be in the same week? A lot of questioning that I had to go through. So when the year came about, when the year for my mother passing came about, and my birthday came a few days after that, I was really terrified to get to that point, but that did mark the year. And I feel like once I got to that week, once I surpassed that week, I felt some relief because I felt like I accomplished something. I made it through the year. It was really tough, but I made it through the year. But I will say, on the journey of grieving, some of the things that I've learned, some of the things that I went through, it really shaped me and molded me to a whole nother person. While you're grieving, you're going to start realizing who's for you and who isn't. And that doesn't always mean that the people that you're surrounding yourself with are bad people. But when you go through something like a grief that's going to change everything, because I feel like when you lose a parent, when you lose anybody that's like really, really close to you, someone that's really a part of you, a part of your heart, you're going to be a whole nother person after that. And I realized that I had to let some people go because I outgrew some people. I was beginning to be on a whole nother journey. I was beginning to see life differently. You know, it wasn't all fun and games anymore. Life is real. I don't want to just party and joke and laugh with people. I want to talk about some real ish. I want to chase my dreams. I want to, I'm a whole nother person now, right? So a lot of people had to go. And that doesn't mean that they're bad people. their energy just was not aligning with mine, and it wasn't aligning with the journey that I was on. So I outgrew a lot of people and I had to let them go. But in the midst of that, a lot of people that were supposed to be in my life, that I was supposed to be closer with, began coming into my life. Either old friends from the past that I didn't realize were really my real friends, or, family that I wasn't as close with before, that, they see me now. I see them, like people that really showed up for me, like really, really showed up for me. Those are the people that I like to have around me, that I feel deeply for now. Those are the people that, they really helped me through it. So they need to be here with me. But the people that it just wasn't clicking anymore, they had to go. When you are in the grieving process, you're going to have really, really bad days. You're going to have days where, I personally had days where I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to get up out the bed. I didn't want to shower. I didn't want to do my hair. I didn't want to do anything. And I think when you go through that, you have to find something healthy or something that is going to make you get up regardless. So you have to find work. You have to go after your passions. One of the things that helped me out was I got a dog. I didn't have children at the time. I needed something to take care of. I was used to taking care of my mother in ways, so I needed something to take care of other than myself. And the dog helped me. Because you get it, like I had to get up and walk the dog. I had to feed the dog. My dog has so much personality, so it's like I had to have something there with me. Because I don't have children yet. I want children, but I didn't have any yet. And I was really sad that, when there's a loss, a lot of people have children. So I watched people having children, and I got really sad. And, I was like, I need to have a child. My mom wasn't able to see that. I need to hurry up and have children now before somebody else go. That's how I was feeling. But the dog definitely helped me calm that down. I still do want children, definitely, but the dog helped me a lot with my grief. When they say emotional support, that's exactly what he was. I found myself changing up the things that I spent my time on or listened to or watched. Nowadays I really listen to motivational podcasts, motivational videos on YouTube. I listen to a lot of that. That kind of helps me throughout my day. Listening to music that makes you feel good, music that makes you want to go get it, music that really adds something into your life that's positive. Therapy, definitely therapy. I'm not in therapy right now, but I feel like, especially in the beginning, therapy really helped me, being able to talk it out. Because I went through something so traumatically, I made a therapy appointment as soon as possible. So therapy is really a wonderful thing to add into your life when you're going through anything, or just to have it. Everyone should go to therapy. I feel like when you're going through something as complex as grief, therapy is definitely something that you should look into. And also finding ways to understand that they are still with you. That's another thing. When we lose people that we love so much, that are in our hearts, we're like, they're not here anymore. Why are they not here anymore? I think you have to understand and truly believe that they are still with you, no matter what it is you believe, whatever religion says, whether they're in heaven, whether they're going to come back one day, whatever religion that you align with, believe that they are still there with you. Even if you don't believe in any religion, believe that they are still with you in some way. They are a part of you. They were your heart. They are part of your heart. They're in your heart. I got a tattoo of my mom's face on my arm. So she goes everywhere with me. I have pictures of my mom. They have chains you can make. You can have your parents' ashes if they got cremated. I have my mother's ashes. So really, truly believe that they are still with you, because they are. They are a part of you. And I think for a long time I had trouble with, accepting the good in my life that was coming, because I didn't want to have good without her. But I had to realize that she's still here. And you have to understand that these people that you love, that you lose, they're still here with you. And that's the most important thing to remember. They're still here.